following match is a tag team match. Introducing first.
We saw them earlier in the night accompanying BREAKOUT to the ring.
There's another massive announcement, Cam. February 2nd, the House of Free Fighting's having another intake, and the following contest features 4 people who started their wrestling journey in the exact same place.
Absolutely. Jesse Flynn also from the House of Free Fighting. Parker Thomas from the House of Free Fighting. BREAKOUT and Art of Security also from the House of Free Fighting.
These gentlemen started fighting thousands and thousands of years ago, but actually trained to be professional wrestlers was at the House of Free Fighting, just for clarity for everybody in the audience.
Absolutely. These men were warriors in this life, and the previous life, and the previous life. They were born to fight, and they are here to do it.
A very interesting up-and-coming tag team. We've got King Kirill, the Wamba Baruma, embracing his indigenous Aboriginal heritage, and then Bob the Viking embracing his Scandinavian Viking heritage.
And also ringside BREAKOUT, embracing his
inner bear heritage.
Same, but that's a different weekend. But here is 2 of the youngest but brightest prospects in Australian wrestling. I have been high on these 2 guys for a long, long time. It is the Lee Patrol. But they're here without Lee. Lee Morrow isn't here. But
if you had the ages of Halen Von Steele and Joe Waterfall together, you don't get an Adam Hoffman or a Parker Thomas. That's how young these 2 gentlemen are. Joe Waterfall's fresh off a 6-month excursion at the US, learning at the American New Japan dojo, learning under the likes of Rocky Romero, and Halen Von Steele has been here plying his trade, hustling just as hard as anybody I've ever seen. What an incredible up-and-coming tag team the Lee Patrol are.
well, Halen Von Steele, he picked up the House of Free Fighting fan-voted Wrestler of the Year.
Absolutely.
What an amazing award. Absolutely well-deserved.
And when we ran the numbers, we did the statistics. No one wrestled more matches for Newcastle Pro Wrestling than Halen Von Steele did in 2025. And I imagine there's a massive 2026 on the hands behind it. I'm ready with my hammer. Right on cue.
Look at that. Never missed a beat. There's a career for you here yet.
And we are 4 matches in. This crowd is not stopping. We have gentlemen on their feet clapping for this match. What a huge tile. And Halen Von Steele weighs 100 kilos. Size of the King Kirill.
This is one of the heaviest matches we've had in a long time. Also one of the tallest. Joe Waterfall Jr. is giant. But speaking of giant, that giant shoulder by Kirill. Setting up, big punch, sending Halen into the corner of Bob the Viking. This is not a place you want to be. That's a lot of meat coming at you. Bounce off the rope, big leg sweep by the Viking.
With the dance, as fresh as you like.
Shaky knee shuffle. And Bob with the pin. Bob looks like he's played some Mortal Kombat.
I would like to know how it was Viking and Australia became friends. But here we are in 2026, watching them work with such beautiful chemistry together.
Absolutely, I think it's a mutual respect for very long, proud cultures. It does sound like the start of a joke, doesn't it? An Aboriginal warrior, a Viking and a bear walk into a bar, and then they start a match with two young boys. Big chop by Kirill. Thank you for the distraction. Kirill reaching up to Joe Waterfall Jr. Kirill is not a small human by any measure, and he has to reach up. Joe Waterfall fighting out those big knees.
That's not high.
He stands at a 7 feet tall. He is a terrifying He's being the person that has the paint on the Michael's face.
He's stacking up Kirill for a chokeslam, but wisely takes the knee out, which is ironic for any of the Primal Path to take someone else's knee out. Kirill lining him up. Little miscommunication there. Kirill then landing that knee.
Joe Waterfall really needs to try and get Von Steel into the ring here.
It's almost like you the wrestling.
I applied my trade in the tag division with a very successful Grayson Waller. You've got to get your tag partner and you've got to stay fresh. You've got to keep it dynamic. Talking about Grayson Waller, we are here with the lovely Harley Wonderland, my biological mother, the babes.
Yep, I'm sitting in the middle of the babes. I mean, I'm essentially Grayson Waller right now.
You're a babe sandwich.
I'm just Grayson Waller right now. It's completely fine. We look exactly the same. Yeah, my hair is blonde. I am absolutely shredded and very tan. Trying to reach to get the tag. Not able to get it, but Halen, a bit of attitude there. Don't you see that from Halen?
Much like Forrest Griffin,
absolutely. You look at the red on the top of the head, very Chris Lieben style. There's a little bit of blood, and then he just keeps fighting harder.
There's a bit of immaturity. There's an age coming in. Like Bobby White, he getting his shoulders snapped away to get a real hit. This one from him's not the road, and he might regret that in a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. He might feel like he's on top now, but Bob is a veteran. Bob will fight to the death. I don't know if Joe knows what he has to do to put away someone like Bob or someone like Kirill. We've seen these two go through absolutely catastrophic injuries that would put away any normal men, and then they'd do the squats back in the gym a week later. What do you do? You're taken out by an ambulance.
John just doesn't like wrestling. He's in his bloodline. They have been doing this for centuries.
There are stories and songs written about both of these fighters. They have been very impressive. We've seen them towards the middle of last year when they had their first match without Laura being present, and they showed themselves to be a also very, very intelligent. They're picking up things that seasoned veterans seem to pick up. They've been doing an amazing job, and they just seem to be continuing that here again. As I say that, he runs straight into the elbow of Bob the Viking, Bob being sent headfirst into that corner.
That's just the influence of Lee Moreau rubbing off on the two young blokes. Very crafty ring general himself, Lee Moreau.
Big knee from Halen. Big suplex from Joe Waterfall. And that's that tag team chemistry that you know more than most people about. Having that chemistry with that tag partner.
And the thing that people won't know about these two, being the head trainer of the Castle Fruit, these two gentlemen are there multiple times being trained together. Not just doing it on their own, not just getting the reps in themselves, but together. Their chemistry extends much deeper than just the matches they get in.
best tag teams in the country. You see it with people like the Velocities, with the Nations. People like that, they are friends outside of the ring. Big crush thump by Halen. But they're not just, we show up to work, we do the job, and then we go home our separate ways. They know each other so well. And that just bonds them together like this.
You can see King Krill on the apron doing his best to G the crowd to try and get some momentum behind Bob. Bob has taken a beating for the last 3 or 4 minutes, which is very unlike the fight.
But he's still fighting, he'll still be moving forward.
There we go, there's some life, there's that crowd. We talked about it earlier, the importance of feeding into the energy from the crowd. Bob is free, turn around, you're free.
Oh, he wants that spinning kick.
He's going for it. I mean, if you can pull off a spinning kick like that, why not?
Why not? Absolutely. I mean, and that notorious Viking spinning heel kick.
The King has had a few minutes on the apron to refresh. He's the freshest man in our match. If he gets that tag, and that's beautiful ring awareness. Halen Von Steel recognised that King Krill was the danger man in this match. He's the fresh man on the apron, and he prevented that tag like a real gentleman.
Absolutely. This is just, despite their age, they're showing such maturity in the ring. They're taking advantage of situations. They have such a future in Australian wrestling.
It's almost as if through the week we did work on tag team wrestling at the House of Free Fighting.
Big headbutt there. Again, Halen letting a headbutt against Bob, but Bob letting the knee back against Halen. Two very similar styles.
Bob the Viking and Halen Von Steel headbutting each other is just clanging rocks against each other. It's a very unproductive activity.
Yeah, it sounds like horses riding together. Big clothesline.
Game on.
It's the big boot. Kirill catches it.
What an impressive human being, lifting up Waterfall with ease.
And slamming down that big Samoan drop.
And your eyes don't deceive you. What a huge, oh my God.
That is a terrifying visage. Only able to get the 2 count. How did Joe Waterfall kick out of that?
And if you were here in the last show, that exact forearm was the move that helped them win the main event of this show.
Absolutely. How Joe Waterfall isn't being taken to the emergency room at John Hunter, I will never know.
Halen Von Steel dragging Joe Waterfall over for the tag. He backs himself to be the fresh man in this tag match, but he's aggressively got in the ring and taking it to the ground.
But Kirill sends him sprawling to the outside. Now remember, Newcastle Pro Wrestling goes by lucha rules. So you don't have to tag your partner. You're under the ropes with both feet touching the outside, and that's what constitutes a tag.
Joe Waterfall Jr. on his knees, still taller than most people in this building, but he's got a foot and a knee sandwich, and he's the filling.
And now, Halen Von Steel is considered the legal man. He's back in, lining up Bob for the knee, but not able to get it. Bob catches him through the middle, big knee to the face. He's hooking him up for that power bomb.
Powering glory, Krill's climbing to the top rope. That's 120 kilos of human being.
Big sitting power bomb. Kirill on the top with the splash. This could be it.
Splash.
And that is it. The Primal Path victorious. Primal Path pick up the victory over the Elite Patrol, but what a battle. These two went to war.
Call it PTSD, but I get a little bit nervous every time I see someone going for a frog splash. And Kirill was nursing himself for a couple of seconds after that frog splash, but he's on his feet, celebrating a massive win going into 2026.
It looks like
the crowd are on their feet. The Primal Path. What a display by both teams, might I add. What an incredible match.
Halen's on the outside still trying to fight. He doesn't know where he is. Joe Waterfall Jr. is trying to corral him back to the backstage area, trying to get him medical attention because he's still trying to fight.